Good morning from El Nido, Palawan. We are in Leo and we just finished a 2-day shoot for Pia Pia. We are heading back home today, but since I've been trying to record this video, I think this is my third attempt at this and I really want to get this out because it's already July and this video is going to be about the things I've been using for the past 6 months. So basically my mid-year favorites or the things I've really been using since the start of the year, and I divided them into categories so that it's going to be easier for you to watch. And I also decided to make this video because a lot of the things on my channel are thrifted and I know you can't get your hands on the things I show you most of the time. So these are going to be all retail, non-thrifted items or things you can still get in stores. And just segue to our little doggies over here. There are so many dogs in Palawan, and this is the breakfast dog. I feed this in the morning. Hey, what's up? You might be my favorite thing this year, but my cat won't hear that. Hey. So yeah, favorite thing this year are the stray dogs in Palawan. But back to the video. Some of the things, well, actually I think majority of the things I'm going to be showing today have been gifted or were part of brand partnerships. A few of the things I did purchase and pick out myself, but I'm really quite particular with the brands or the things I partner up with or collaborate with. So everything you're going to see here I really do use, and I don't think they know I'm actually making this video, but I really just wanted to share them because it might help some of you out and it might give you a better idea of what I really use in real life and, you know, an idea of the things that really do work for me. Doug? Hello? Doggy! Doug, is that recording? Hello? Hello? Come here! Come here! Come on! Good doggy. Oh, I don't have food for you. You just stay here. Okay, so the first category will be beauty and body. This is the CELETEQUE Gentle Exfoliating Facial Wash with dual vitamin nourishing beads. I don't think I've ever tried any CELETEQUE product before, and this really surprised me because it kind of makes your skin really smooth and it doesn't dry your skin out. Sometimes when I use scrubs, I just feel like my skin's been stripped of a lot of like its natural oils, but this one really leaves your skin soft, and I think I might repurchase this. I just finished it last week, and they also sent me another one without the beads, so maybe that's what I'm gonna try when I get back to Manila. But yeah, this is also really affordable. I checked it out, it was 100. Not sure. I'll put the price on the screen when I see it. The next face or beauty body item is quite a surprise because I don't really use high-end or luxury things on my face, or like even makeup. I don't really own any luxury brands or like higher-end brands. But I did some work for Guerlain early this year, and the dogs have left. They don't like luxury brands. So I did some work for Guerlain this year. I was part of the launch of their L'Essentiel foundation, and they sent me a couple of gifts. I got this one. This is I'm not really well versed in skincare, but this is for your face. And it's called the Guerlain Blanc de Perle White Pearl Essence. So I understand this is a whole line of skincare, and this is the one I got. I assumed it was supposed to be a moisturizer, so I used this after I used the CELETEQUE, and I love this because it leaves a nice glowy finish to your face. I don't think it's sunscreen, but it's supposed to give your face a really nice dewy glow. So it doesn't actually make your skin lighter, I don't think so. I just think it really gives you that fresh look. Every time I use this, someone said, you look glowy, and I think this is it. I've just been used to the 100 peso skincare things, but who knows, maybe for Christmas I can treat myself to another bottle. It's not a bottle. Another one of these. So that's what it looks like. If you see the pearls on the packaging, it's kind of a reflection of what it does on your face. It's like a pearly, subtle glow. No, it's nothing. So I use this every single day after washing my face. Really like that and highly recommend it. So the last thing in the beauty slash body category is another thing from Guerlain. Now, I've been collecting Guerlain perfumes since 2011, so that's 8 long years of collecting fragrances. I find that their perfumes really suit my lifestyle, and a lot of them smell like the things I want to smell like. So I have acquired quite a number of bottles. Let me know if you want me to show my Guerlain collection. Guerlain also gave me a bottle of Mon Guerlain, and I was right. I knew I was really gonna love the perfume and use it a lot, because every time I go to the airport, it's what I spray. It's either that or the Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. So those are my two airport fragrances. You know, you just wait in the airport and you have like 3 hours to spare. I usually go to all the perfume counters and spray everything, but right before boarding the plane, Mon Guerlain or Good Girl are the last two perfumes I normally spray, like when the boarding call is announced. So the perfumes always remind me of traveling. Now let's move on to the fashion things. I guess fashion. There are only 2 actual items, mostly because everything I wear has come from thrift stores or ukay-ukays. So since the criteria for this video are things that you can still buy or are available in stores, there are really just 2. The number 1 thing for this category would be my Doc Martens Jadon boots. I would have loved to show them right here, but we only had like a tiny baggage allowance, so I only brought the little things. But my Jadon boots are just the best new things I've purchased this year. I saw them first during a Doc Martens event. One of the Doc Martens girls was wearing the Jadon boots, and I just couldn't stop thinking about them. And all my Doc Martens boots are secondhand, so it took me a while to really decide whether or not I wanted to buy the Jadon boots, because they retail at 11,000 something. I'm gonna put the exact price here. I bought them in Doc Martens Mega Mall. I wear those boots all the time. They only took a few wears to really break in. They're really chunky, they're really statement, and I think the more you wear them, the softer they become. They've developed a rough look because when you first get them, they're really shiny, but I try to wear them as much as possible. So now you can see some creases, the leather isn't too shiny anymore, so I'm really loving how they're looking now. I also have my eye on the vegan pair that's in a cherry color, so I might purchase those when I go to the States. It depends. Maybe there's a sale there, so maybe it's gonna be cheaper to buy there. Okay. And the next thing in the fashion category, now this was part of a brand partnership, and I hadn't really heard of the brand before, or maybe saw it once or twice, but didn't think it was what it was. So the brand is HEDGREN, and I always thought they were an outdoor or like a really techie brand, maybe because of the logo. I'm not really sure why I thought that. But when they sent the proposal and they showed me a lot of their bags, I was really surprised because they're quite stylish. They have so many options, and they really cater to people who are on the go, and they think about the design of their bags really well. I brought it on a trip for the first time, and I went to Korea. I was really pleased with the bag, with the compartments, with how easy it was to carry. And I intentionally picked out a color that I didn't have. So the color I picked out was Nautical blue. A lot of my tech cases are black, so of course those things tend to get lost when you pile them all together. So I picked out the blue bag, and it's been so easy to pair with a lot of my outfits, even my travel outfits. I love the compartments. I love how easy it is to organize things. There's a separate compartment for my laptop, for all the cords. There's a safe pocket for your wallet. You can adjust the strap, and even the hardware I really like. It's a light gold silver wash, so whatever jewelry you wear, it's gonna complement that. And even the bits are made from real leather, so it's not gonna flake, and the material is so durable. I was worried I'd have to be, really careful with it, but I've stuffed it under the airplane seats. It's gotten rained on a couple of times, and I love that it stands on feet, so even if you have your laptop and even if it's really full, the bag won't fall over. So I love all those little details, and I'm really happy I picked out that bag and that HEDGREN reached out, because I've looked into some of their other bags, and I got myself a mini version of the Appeal bag. They also gave me another bag which I have yet to try out, but I'm really impressed by their products. The laptop bag I used to use before that was a vintage one, cute but heavy, and the other one was a cheap one from HMR, which was kind of painful on the shoulders. So yeah, I would give the HEDGREN bag a 10 out of 10. It's a really good purchase to make if you're looking into laptop or travel bags. So yeah, those are my two retail fashion items that are still available in stores. Of course, all the links or the stores where you can buy them will be in the description box if you're interested in any of them. And I just want to include one more thing that isn't, what should I call it? It's something you put on your body, so I guess it's part of this category. But this year I've gotten 6 piercings from a really cool woman. She and her husband run a shop called South Style Tattoos. And how I heard of them was through Catherine Bernardo. We were shooting a campaign. She kept screaming whenever the hairstylist touched her ear because she had just gotten a piercing. So while waiting for hair and makeup and styling, I asked her when she got it pierced and who did her piercing, because I had a couple before that I just let close, maybe 10 years ago. And I found her piercing really cute, and since I wasn't getting new tattoos this year, I thought I would just try and get a piercing. So in April, I got 3 piercings. I got a fourth on my lobe, and then what else did I get? I got two more on this ear. So those healed super fast. Her name is Miss Arlene, and she's so gentle and she's really nice. She makes you feel really comfortable. I'm not normally scared of piercings, but she was extra gentle. So I got those in April, and then in June, I think I was just itching to get more because of the healing process and because how easy it was. So I got my inner lobes pierced. So these aren't actually my childhood piercings, but my original hole was getting so big and I had some space. So I got these 2. And then I also got my tragus pierced, and I thought that was gonna hurt. I was bracing myself for the pain, but she's so fast, and it took a few seconds. You only hear a little pop or your cartilage cracking, but that's pretty much it. It didn't hurt. I was expecting it to hurt after an hour or 2 hours. The next day, it was nothing. On a pain scale level, I'd give it a 2 or 3. It didn't hurt a lot more than the lobe. The lobe you don't really feel, and the tragus was so easy. Even the healing process has been just great. No complications, no irritations. I might get the other one when this is fully healed, because you can't use earphones when you have a tragus piercing. So as soon as this is done, I'm gonna get the other one and probably a rook too, just because Miss Arlene is so good at what she does, and she's really friendly. I highly suggest her as a piercer, and don't be scared, she's super nice. So we can move on to the tech products. Both of these were brand partnerships. I did quite a lot of work for these 2 brands. So I'm gonna start with my phone. Of course, it is the HUAWEI P30 Pro. I've been using the P20 Pro, so I used that all throughout last year, or when it first launched. And then finally this year they came out with the HUAWEI P30 Pro, which is this one. It's so good. When they reached out to me again this year, I didn't hesitate because I know it's a really good phone. I'm not going to go on to specifics. All the reviews you've read are probably true. You just hold it in front and it'll do the work for you. I hardly even need to use the pro mode just because it's that good. Every time I take a picture and show people the picture, one thing they say is like, ganda ng picture. Like no one's ever said anything bad about the picture quality of the phone. Usage-wise, it's so sensitive. It reacts really fast. The battery lasts long too. No issues whatsoever. It's really sleek, it's really pretty, and then the case I just ordered off Lazada. So one other thing I got this year that I guess would rather not live without is a postpaid plan. I've been on prepaid since college. I've had the same number since college, and I always just kind of used little bits of data. I've gotten used to 1.5 gig of data every month on prepaid, so I always get laughed at because I never watch IG stories. I try not to watch videos on my phone. I'm very stingy when it comes to my data usage, and I didn't really want to get a postpaid plan because I was scared of all the bills, and you hear stories about excess charges. But this year I tied up with Smart under the Smart Signature plan, and I am just so happy that I partnered with them because I have the XL plan, which gives me 60 gigs of data a month, so I can watch all the IG stories I want. It's so fast. I can upload all my files. I honestly hotspot, so at home, instead of using the Wi-Fi when I have to upload files to Dropbox or send files through WeTransfer, I actually switch to the Smart plan on my phone, and the uploads are so fast. What would normally take me 3 hours on our home Wi-Fi just takes 30 minutes on the Smart line. So it's been such a big help for work, and there's signal everywhere. We've been using the hotspot here in El Nido. It's also faster than the in-house Wi-Fi. On the boat there was Wi-Fi. It's so convenient, and I don't need to worry about excess charges. You can also sign in or download the Smart app, so it's gonna tell you how many gigs you have left, when your bill is gonna, what do you call that, renew or recharge? What do you call that? When your bill cycle comes up, stuff like that. Sorry, I'm a new postpaid user, so I don't know the terms. But wow, it's a really good plan. Their taglines are actually prioritized, in control, and worry-free, and I feel like that's exactly what I'm getting with the Smart Signature plan. They don't know I'm doing this video, but Smart, if you're watching, thank you so much. You've made my work life so much easier. Just a little segue from the Smart Signature plan. So we had a really big event, the launch of the Smart Signature plan with Catriona Gray and a lot of other personalities. After the program, they gave us big flasks. That flask is another thing I've been using a lot this year. I only brought the small one because, again, we don't really have a lot of baggage allowance, but they gave us a HYDROFLASK with the hashtag Smart Signature logo on the side. I've really enjoyed using the HYDROFLASK. I've been training myself to drink more water. I always forget to drink water. I usually prefer my Coke Zero, and I can only really drink water when it's ice cold. So now I have no excuse. I have a huge HYDROFLASK that I just fill up with lots of ice. And then the last thing for this video, and in the home category, will have to be quite the machine. I attended the launch of this in Singapore a few months ago. I never really thought I would get one of these. I've always been a more traditional cleaner at home, but I attended the launch of the DYSON V11 Absolute, and I was really impressed by all the demos and the presentations, and we got to try the product during the launch. And back here in Manila, I was given the DYSON V11 Absolute, and I've just been vacuuming every day. It's beside me in my room. every time I want to clean something up, no matter how little, I feel like I need to DYSON it. I made a capsule review of the DYSON just before its Manila launch. I'm gonna put the link to my Facebook video or IGTV video somewhere here so you can go and watch that. It's a little bit more detailed than what I'm doing now because I'm just really running through my most used things of mid-2019, but that's another product I highly recommend. They even gave me a paddle brush, which of course I didn't bring. I only brought the small one, but all of their products are so well thought of. They have just the best engineers from all over the planet working on their things. I felt like I was watching the Discovery Channel when I was listening to them explain the technologies behind their products. So just impressed, totally impressed. It's so useful, even if you didn't know the terms, even if you didn't know what goes on behind everything. The bottom line is they do what they're supposed to, and that's really important. So yes, vacuuming. So that's it for my top 10 most used things or favorite things from January to June. Everything I talked about I'm gonna put in the description box if you're interested in any of them. But again, I'm just very particular about the things I use, so 100% everything here has come from my own experiences and opinions. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next thrift video. Thanks for watching.